Going forward, the road ahead, the thing to focus on is we have certain assets that are extremely meaningful. And the one to highlight is our PD-1 antibody 3475. That antibody, we've already demonstrated, has a very dramatic effect in patients suffering from metastatic malignant melanoma. Now, malignant melanoma is a very, very dangerous disease. Our PD-1 antibody is showing dramatic effects in terms of response rate in patients with disseminated, otherwise untreatable malignant melanoma. And we've also seen evidence of responses in patients with other tumor types. There's so much enthusiasm for this approach to actually change the characteristic, the survival characteristic for cancer patients with these kinds of devastating malignancies for the first time. And we have a leading molecule. Indeed, our response rates for monotherapy right now, just on the numbers, are better than anyone's, better than anything that's ever been seen in this setting. So this is a therapy that has enormously broad applicability. It's extremely well tolerated compared to other chemotherapeutic entities, and it has very dramatic response rates. And our job at MRL is to actually deliver on the early promise of this therapy. But if we can do that, we'll dramatically change the lives of patients who are suffering from grievous illness and improve the fortunes of this company in ways that are spectacular.
I think that's a reason to believe. And if you step outside the context of us and the issues that we deal with every day, I actually have another perspective on it, and that is that we're starting to get letters, very sad letters. As Roger said, this has had enormous response rates in very early studies, and the broad spectrum activity of this agent has led many people around the country who have loved ones who are in the terminal stages of cancer to write us and ask us, can they have access to this experimental drug? And I've said to several people, that is starting to bring back the feeling that we had when Crixavan was coming through the system, and people looked at it and they knew this was something different and this was something big. It has a profound potential. And when we talk about what the OMT is doing, don't think about it as a cost reduction exercise. Think about it as a way of freeing up resources to invest behind the execution of the potential of a medicine that Roger just described. If you think about it in that context, you can see why we're determined that this time we're going to change how we operate the company. And I know this is difficult for people. I know uncertainty is not a good thing in an organization. But the certainty is that we have to be here because what we do matters, and we need to ensure that we put our resources where it's going to have the greatest impact on humanity for the longest period of time.